Hello friends, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another video about packing your makeup and organising all your makeup stuff for going on a cruise ship, or I guess even going on a tour, or generally just doing a job where you need to wear makeup and you need to travel. I have this. I recently invested in a new makeup carrier. It's from a company called My Kit Co. One of the girls on my last contract had a bag similar to that, and I was looking everywhere for a makeup bag that would carry everything, because I used to have just loads of little bags that I'd put in a bigger bag and then like haul up the stairs when I was going to the dressing room. But this actually eliminates the need for all of that, and I can fit everything I need in this one bag, which is absolutely great. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you all of the makeup that I take with me, and like the products that I use and what I find best for doing shows in terms of like sweating. I mean, I absolutely love organising things as it is, so this, having all of my stuff in one place, is going to be amazing. First of all, I just think this is a really handy carry case because it has compartments on the side. It has compartments in the front, on the other side. Awkward. But then that whole top bit basically unzips and you can fit so much stuff in there. I mean, it is fairly heavy, but for the amount of stuff I've got in there, like, it's amazing. And it also has a really handy carry strap on it, which I think is great. So yeah. I mean, I know these bags are probably designed for like makeup artists and stuff carrying their makeup around, but to a certain extent that is what you have to be when you're working on a cruise ship, because nobody does your makeup for you. So yeah, I definitely find this is a really worthwhile solution. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and I hope you get some good organisation tips for your makeup. Okay, so this is how it all looks when it's like out of the case. There's the case there. I'll do another kind of look at it later. This I bought to go inside it to put my palettes in, because I wanted to keep them kind of protected when I don't want them rattling around inside it. So that basically comes over like that, and you can zip it up. Then it's got these little pockets on the side. There's one on this side. There's also another one on this side. It folds down, and then it's got a pouch here to put things in. It's got this little pouch which has a zip to undo it so you can get underneath it, but it's also like, I guess like you can put like tissues or like makeup wipes and stuff in it. I usually just put my like makeup pads, and I've got some little cloths in there that I use as well to take my makeup off. This kind of wall that comes down, you can unzip it so that you can have like full access to that if you want it just laying on the table, or you can do it up as well at the side. You can do that on both sides, and then it has space to put makeup brushes in here, but I think I ended up putting something else in there because I've already got another place to put my makeup brushes. Inside here, this is like easily cleanable, I guess, and then there's just pouches all the way along to put things in, which is really handy. And then it comes with a big strap to carry it with, which is really good. But once it's all done, I'll show you the finished product, as it were. This is the primer that I'm using at the minute for all of my eyeshadow prep. I also put it underneath my eyes and sometimes on my eyebrows as well. I find it really stays on really well, and I need a product that's gonna keep everything on my face whilst I'm sweating. And I mean sweating a lot. So I've got that one. This is a new one. It's actually like anti-aging, because, you know, gotta start whilst you're young. There we are, anti-aging, lovely. And then this is the setting spray that I'm using. It's the Urban Decay Long Lasting one. All Nighter. I find that one, I've used a lot of setting sprays recently, and I feel like that one actually does do the job. Although saying that, this little one that I got from Target by Milani actually does work quite well as well. That's a 16-hour resistance one. yeah, that's quite good. And then I've just kind of like stocked up on my makeup. So I got a new one of these that's in there. They gave me a free travel one as well, which is handy. And then I've also invested in the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, just as like an all over face primer, because I don't usually prime my whole face, just more my eyes to keep my eyeshadow on. But I thought I'd give that a go because it's meant to be like quite good for your skin. It's got like rose hip and argan oil in it and stuff, and it says it's pore perfecting, so yeah, it looks really good. And I also had a voucher to spend in Urban Decay from Christmas, so I thought I'd give that a go. Looks pretty good. I've not used it yet though. So, moving on to my foundations and powders and things for my base. This is actually the foundation that I've been using for shows. It's the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. My friend Emily from my last contract actually recommended it to me, and I'm so glad that I started using it because it genuinely does what it says on the tin. It does stay on through a lot of sweat, which is ideal, and also it's not very expensive, which is good because I need something that I'm going to be using in a large volume, so I don't want to be using an expensive foundation all the time because I just go through so many. Yes, this is really good. I find it's quite powdery, which is obviously good for the moisture. So it's a nice shade. Like, this is shade 104, and it's like, it's not orange at all, it's more of a yellow, which I prefer. So that's the one I use for shows. I'm using this powder at the minute for my shows. I can't even tell you really what it is because the top of it is basically rubbed off. But it's called Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. BlackRadianceBeauty.com. Okay, maybe it's from a company called Black Radiance, but it's the shade Banana, and it comes in a big pot like this, and there's so much of it, and it's probably not like amazing for your skin, but for the volume of it, it's lasted me like an entire contract. And again, because I'll be using so much of it, I like to use one that's like slightly cheaper. I think that was about maybe like $5 or $6, which is like £4 or something. So that's really good, and again, it's more yellow. It's more yellow than orange or even like pale, so that works really well for me. Then in terms of like my everyday sort of stuff, or if I'm just doing like a short show, like our Welcome Aboard show, I'll use this. It's Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup foundation. I actually went and got this about 2 or 3 shades darker than my actual skin tone because I knew, one, I was going to be tanned, and 2, I wanted to blend to be easier to kind of blend to whatever look I'm doing. So yeah, that really works for me, and it is quite thick. It definitely covers up like any like blemishes you have, and it does actually stay on quite well. In terms of powder every day, this is the Urban Decay All Nighter powder that I use. It is really good for just keeping everything on. It's waterproof setting powder, and the waterproof bit is like a must for me. And then I have things like this is a little Benefit like blusher, but it's like a paint on one. Hello, there we are. Then a tint. Yeah, you basically just paint it on and blend for your life. And then I also have the same thing, but it's a highlighter. So High Beam Benefit, that just paints on. But these are just, I don't really use these that often, but they're nice to use like on the daily if you are going out for lunch or something. So yep, that's that. And then this looks like it's been chewed by some sort of rodent, but it actually says Dermacol on it. And this is like a tattoo cover-up makeup, but I use it as like a really like highly pigmented like concealer or foundation if there's a particular blemish that I'm trying to cover up, or some certain look that I'm trying to create. It's very thick, and it is very waterproof as well. But the thing is about it is it's like you can't put much on because it's just so thick and nothing really sticks that well on top of it. Apart from like a bit of powder, but it starts to make you look a bit cakey. But it's definitely good for tattoos, and it's also good for like just under your eyes a little bit, or like by your nose or something. My whole contract last time I used Ardell eyelashes, and they seem to work really, really well. But they are more expensive than like other things you can find. But I also found these that I used to use at home for shows and stuff, and they're just like a Chinese kind of made one. They're not that comfortable to wear, but like if you want a really dramatic look for something, they're good. So I'm going to take them with me. And then I actually found these from a Primark in London, and it's like PS Beauty, but they look really good. They're like luxury faux mink lashes. I don't use any of the glue that comes with any of these lashes. I use these glues by Duo. This one at the minute is a brush on one, and it's got vitamins in it. In terms of like skincare, I'll do probably another video on that, but I am just going to keep these sort of things in my makeup bag because I like to take my makeup off in part before I go back to my cabin, because I hate basically having makeup on for longer than I have to after a show. And these are actually from Primark. I have big ones of these as well, for like your whole face, but I'll keep these ones in my makeup bag. They are reusable makeup cloths, and they're really, really soft. They're like microfiber. And you just basically put a bit of micellar water on them, whatever product you use, just put it on there. But I'll probably use like one per show because we wear a lot of makeup. Then I have my brushes. So I bought this My Kitco brush holder as well, because I don't like the idea of them just being all loose in my makeup bag. So I bought that, and it does like hold more than I've even got in there. My makeup brushes at the minute are all by Eco Tools. They're all like vegan friendly, and they're really soft and they're really good for my skin. This little tin has some makeup brushes in there that are quite old, but I now use the ones that I apply my glitter with. Let's move on to eyes. These are all going to go in one of the pouches. So this little section here is more things that I've bought recently, like the coloured eyeliners. There's two eyebrow like gels that I use. That one there in the middle, that L'Oreal one, seems to be really, really good. There's my eyeliners. That one's from Benefit, that little one. And I also found this one, which I use for most of the contract, that black one there. It's the Epic ink liner from NYX. So I've been using that one for most of the contract. And then I just got my, there's some individual eyeshadows there, my sharpener and my mascaras. I just use like a thin layer of mascara for most of my looks, and then I'll just put my lashes straight on top. I find that Maybelline one actually is probably the best that I've tried out of even expensive brands. So moving on to my lip things. These are the lip liners that I have at the moment. I need to get some more like coloured ones. There's a nude one, a purple one and a red one. That is just like a couple of lip glosses that I use. And then just lipsticks, that's a newish one. I always have a NYX like nude colour because I find that they stay on really well, and that's a suede matte lipstick. I only really use matte ones. That's a purple one, it's a butter one, that's a grey one. And then there's a like high shine lip gloss there. These are my makeup palettes. So this is the palette that is very, very well loved that I used for my whole first contract. It is from Juvia's, I don't know how to say it. It's called the Masquerade Mini. And it's got all of the different colours that I used for my first contract. I found it really, really good because I had like 3 or 4 different looks that I needed to do, which were very, very different, and it kind of like suited all of them. Yeah, I absolutely love this, and I was gonna treat myself to another one, but then I saw this. It is the Morphe, or Morphe, however you want to say it, palette. It is amazing. I've not used it yet, but let's have a look. Lovely. Yeah, I just absolutely love all these colours, and they seem to kind of mimic the ones in the other palette.
But if I don't like it, then I will just buy my old favourite again, because I'm always worried about like the pigment if it's going to come off, obviously with sweating and stuff, but that one seems to be okay. Okay, then the old favourite, I've got my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I've had this for literally about 6 years. It's got all of the nude basic colours that I will ever need. And then I also have the Naked Heat palette, which I've only had for about 2 years. And I got given it because I have green eyes and didn't know that you were supposed to wear like red colours to bring out your eyes, and now that's basically all I wear because I absolutely love them. These kind of autumny, like, cute colours are my absolute favourite. And this is my highlighter palette. It's the Anastasia Glow Kit. They're all highlighters, believe it or not, even though those two are bronze. I decided to get the darker palette because I didn't know like what looks I'd be doing. So these ones are good like for the daily, and they actually suit my skin tone. But then I can also like layer them up on top of all my looks, and these I actually use to go over my contour sometimes, just to give it a bit of like definition right at the top of where the contour starts, because otherwise my whole face would be shiny. So I just do a tiny bit, but it kind of helps to pick up the line like right at the top, which is good. My glitters, so in here I bought the baby My Kit Co little carrier, and inside there I'll just open that up. It's very cute. It took me ages, like a Tetris game, to work out how to fit in all these glitters. Yeah, there's a load of different glitters in there. Okay, so having taken you through the kind of products that I use and what I'm going to be packing, I'm now going to get down to actually trying to organise this thing and putting it all together. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this is giving you some inspiration if you're going traveling and you need to bring your makeup with you. I mean, I know these bags are probably designed for like makeup artists and stuff carrying their makeup around, but to a certain extent that is what you have to be when you're working on a cruise ship, because nobody does your makeup for you. So yeah, I definitely find this is a really worthwhile solution. There's loads of other brands out there as well of makeup carrier, it's not just this one, but this is the one that kind of caught my eye first and the one that I went with. But you can find loads of them on Amazon and stuff. So please like and subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm going to have loads more content coming out for you. Thank you so much in advance for all of your support, and I'll see you in the next video.